Hopefully I didn't freeze too bad. Right now, let's show off the text adventure game. So I've been throwing this together for the past 3 or 4 days. Uh, wrote all this shit, mostly the parsing commands. The GUI was actually pretty easy. It's just an input box and a text box, and I kind of want to have this actually stretch back to here and have like a little map right here and status stuff here. That'd be pretty cool. Have like a little mini map here showing all a map of the rooms. I could just demonstrate. Comes up, shows the room name, the description, the stuff in it, and the exits. This is actually a feature which is not part of the description. You could use that for static, like if you had something like a vending machine that you couldn't pick up but you could interact with it, you would use a feature for that. Let's see. Get key. It's not finished yet, but this is it can actually parse a sentence into verb, direct object, preposition, and indirect object, so you can actually do things like get key from box, put can in fridge, and let me actually enable that to show parsed. See, it was a print parsed. So we're going to print that, which is just a dictionary of all the tokens. Let's see, get key in box, get key in box, get rusty key in cardboard box, and it knows to break the put the tokens in the indirect object array depending on the prepositional phrase. It'll look for prepositions. Yeah, all of these. It knows to split the direct object and indirect object in the string there. Yeah, it tries to do a pretty good job of scrubbing input so you can't do things like inject BB code for colored text or links in there or anything funny like that. Let's see, let me find the parsing section. Yeah, this get rid of all the white space tabs, new lines, strip out the BB code, split it along white spaces so each individual token is split in. It splits the string into an array of tokens, which are the individual words. And then it does a bunch. Well, first it sees if it's like a special command, like a clear, or let me see. Yeah, if it's any like help, quit, clear, which are like local commands specific for the local player. But after that, then it will do a couple more things, the emotes and saying things. It will then show like what the player typed in there. Lowercase everything so we don't have to compare both upper and lower. Filter out A, N, and D, which are totally useless. This is the parse dictionary. then it will do a ton of substitutions to make figuring out what tokens do what easier. Lots of aliases. We'll just flat out get rid of tokens that mean other things or just not necessary. Like go north, just north. Get in, just in. Abbreviate directions. So instead of south or instead of north, you can just type in. Command abbreviations, instead of look, you can just type L. Let's see. This is where it splits the prepositions and direct object and indirect object. Comes down here. This is where it actually dispatches it to the functions. So I guess here is where, because this, I want it to be real time. Because I've got a timer set up here for a tick rate with a, and I kind of want that to like have all the NPCs updated on those ticks and also have player actions begin and end on ticks. Like you kind of start walking in a direction and it takes a little while for you to actually get there. That way you can also do it with combat and have just people wailing on each other instead of having to manually type attack guy, or a guy. It's a shortcut. Instead of having to do that over and over again, you can just say it once and it'll just sit there and you'll just fight, beat the shit out of each other. So that's the plan. That's the next step. And that's what I've got so far. Actually, I could show off the data, the rooms, the data structures for the rooms. Oh, I need to redo this. Because there was a easier way to do that. That object did it. You can just grab every key. This is a dictionary. And every key in the dictionary, you check to see if, well, you set the variable up here, any key. So you can just pass it. Yeah, a giant dictionary of parameters. And you just set them all like that, sort of like JSON. So this is all of the game data in here in the world object, the world node. You just make new objects or features and add them right to an array in the dictionary, and then you make the room, then you just add the room. And what does this do? Oh, it's supposed to be building up a list of unique IDs so you could find them easier for other scripts, quests, and missions that need that. Let's see, what else? Yeah, this, I think I'm gonna move features over to this. Just put all the functionality in there. Just have a couple of booleans that says what it is and what you can do to it. I think that'd be a lot easier. And exits. Yeah, I want to add doors, locked doors, and stuff like that that you have to get through. Yeah, this is the command that the commands that are going to get queued up. Like this is the input string. This is how many. Might not. I'll keep that, I guess. It'll like tick down and then go through. Yeah. I think that's about it. The UI, figuring out the UI is extremely annoying, I gotta say. This right here, oh, yeah, that text box, it adds everything. Well, you basically just append whatever string you want and then a new line, and then it keeps track of the new line symbols. And once it gets over a certain amount, hold on. Yeah. Once it gets over a here it is. Once it gets over a certain amount, then it will start removing them from the top. And it's pretty inefficient, I think. But it's just for the local player, so it should be alright. I think that is everything.